Thiago Seyboth Wild was born on March 10, 2000, in São Paulo, Brazil, into a family that wasn't particularly involved in tennis but appreciated sports. His introduction to tennis came at a young age when he showed an affinity for the sport. Encouraged by his parents, who recognized his potential, Seyboth Wild started playing tennis at the age of 5. Like many other athletes, his early tennis experiences came through playing with his family and local coaches in São Paulo, where he trained and competed in regional tournaments. Despite not coming from a tennis family, Seyboth Wild's natural athleticism and tenacity quickly set him apart from his peers. He was drawn to the sport's intensity, discipline, and individualistic nature, which provided him with a platform to channel his competitive spirit. His breakthrough came when he was only 12 years old, when he won a national tournament in Brazil. This early success marked the beginning of his rise through the Brazilian tennis ranks. As a young teenager, Seyboth Wild began training more seriously under the guidance of local Brazilian coaches. His work ethic and dedication to the sport started to pay off, and by his teenage years, he was already competing in junior tournaments both in Brazil and internationally. His development as a player accelerated quickly, thanks to his impressive combination of physical strength, consistency, and determination. Junior career and transition to professional tennis. Seyboth Wild's junior career saw significant success, culminating in his highest junior singles ranking of No. 3 in the world. This strong junior performance earned him widespread attention in the tennis world, with many analysts forecasting a bright future for the young Brazilian. His game, built on a strong baseline foundation with powerful ground strokes, stood out in a competitive era of junior tennis. In 2017, Seyboth Wild made the natural progression to professional tennis, starting at the ITF Futures level. The early days of his professional career, like for many rising stars, were challenging, as he faced more experienced opponents on the tour. However, his transition from the junior ranks to the professional circuit was quicker than most expected, with Seyboth Wild winning multiple futures titles over the next few years. These victories helped him rise up the ATP rankings and provided him with the crucial experience he needed to compete at higher levels. His breakthrough moment came in 2018, when Seyboth Wild won his first ATP Challenger title in Santiago, Chile, at just 18 years old. This victory was a clear signal that the Brazilian was ready to take on more formidable opponents on the ATP Tour. His steady rise continued as he gained more experience and confidence on the professional circuit, showcasing his potential as one of the most promising young players to emerge from Brazil in recent years. Career peak and breakthrough at the ATP Tour. The defining moment of Seyboth Wild's career came in 2020, when he made history by winning his first ATP Tour-level title at the Chile Open in Santiago, a clay court tournament, which was a huge breakthrough for his career. At just 20 years old, he defeated Dominik Koepfer in the final, winning his first-ever ATP title. This victory marked a significant milestone in his career, making Seyboth Wild the first Brazilian to win an ATP Tour-level singles title since Tomás Bellucci in 2012. Seyboth Wild's performance at the 2020 Chile Open was a true testament to his mental fortitude and his ability to perform under pressure. Not only did he win his first title, but he also proved his ability to adapt to the rigors of playing at the highest level. His powerful forehand, solid backhand, and exceptional work ethic made him a standout in the tournament, and his victory elevated his status within Brazilian tennis. Following his triumph in Chile, Seyboth Wild continued to improve and gain recognition, and his ATP ranking began to climb steadily. In 2021, he reached his career-high ATP singles ranking of number 114 and showed further promise with his performances at various ATP events. Although he didn't win another title that year, his consistency and ability to challenge top players marked him as one of the rising stars on the ATP Tour. Seyboth Wild's performance on the ATP Challenger Tour remained strong. With additional titles and successful runs in tournaments across South America, particularly on clay, which is considered his best surface. He became known for his aggressive baseline play, utilizing heavy forehands to dictate points. And his fitness allowed him to excel in long, physically demanding rallies. Main achievements and recognition. Thiago Seyboth Wild's career has been marked by a few key milestones that have cemented his place as one of Brazil's most promising tennis players of his generation. ATP title. Seyboth Wild's biggest achievement to date was his 2020 Chile Open victory, where he defeated Dominic Kupfer in the final to claim his maiden ATP title. This victory helped him break into the ATP Top 100, a significant achievement for a player of his age. ATP Challenger titles. Throughout his career, Seyboth Wild has been a strong contender on the ATP Challenger Tour, particularly on clay courts. His multiple challenger titles across South America helped him build the momentum needed to break into the ATP Top 100 and further develop his game. Top 100 ATP ranking. His breakthrough in 2020 allowed Seyboth Wild to break into the ATP Top 100 for the first time in his career, a major milestone for any player aspiring to compete at the highest levels of professional tennis. Brazil's tennis hope. As one of Brazil's top-ranked players, Seyboth Wild has become an important figure in the country's tennis landscape. His victory in Chile sparked renewed interest in tennis in Brazil, a country with a rich tennis history but lacking a recent Grand Slam singles champion. Grand Slam appearances. Although Seyboth Wild has yet to make a deep run in a Grand Slam tournament, his performances at the French Open and US Open have given fans hope that he could soon make an impact at these prestigious events. Challenges and setbacks. As is the case for most young tennis players, Thiago Seyboth Wild has faced challenges in his career, including injuries and difficult matches against higher-ranked players. In 2021 and 2022, Seyboth Wild had to navigate several injury setbacks that slowed his momentum. Nevertheless, he demonstrated resilience by coming back strong after each injury, continuing to improve his fitness and technique. Despite these challenges, Seyboth Wild's focus on his long-term goals has been unwavering. As he matured and gained experience, he began to understand the physical and mental demands of the ATP Tour, using each setback as an opportunity for growth. Looking ahead. Future aspirations. As of 2023, Seyboth Wild's career remains on an upward trajectory. He continues to compete on the ATP Tour with aspirations of breaking into the top 50 in the rankings and eventually challenging the game's elite players. His game, especially on clay courts, continues to show promise, and with further improvement in his hard court and grass court game, he has the potential to become a more well-rounded player. Seyboth Wild's goal is to build on the success he's already achieved and to establish himself as a consistent top 50 player. He is also focused on continuing his progress at the Grand Slam tournaments, with a particular emphasis on Roland Garros, where his style of play is well suited to the clay courts. Legacy and influence. Thiago Seyboth Wild's rise to prominence represents a significant moment in Brazilian tennis. His achievement of winning an ATP title at just 20 years old has helped inspire a new generation of Brazilian tennis players. While Brazil has a rich tennis history with players such as Gustavo Kuerten and Thomaz Bellucci, Seyboth Wild's success signals that Brazilian tennis is still alive and well on the ATP Tour. Seyboth Wild's hard work, determination, and perseverance make him a role model for young players in Brazil and around the world. His story continues to inspire those who dream of making it to the top of the tennis world, and with continued success, Seyboth Wild could become one of Brazil's most successful tennis players in modern history. In the years to come, Seyboth Wild's legacy in Brazilian tennis is poised to grow as he continues to challenge the best players in the world and work toward achieving even greater success on the ATP Tour.